You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Well, I hope everybody had a safe and enjoyable Turkey Day yesterday, Thanksgiving, and we are back at it today in full force. So we've got a woke Baylor professor. Of course, Baylor is where BRITTNey Griner went to college, where she played basketball, that has come out and is now slamming the very university that he is employed by. He is slamming Baylor University. Why? Because he's mad that Baylor is not leading the charge in protest and in activism for BRITTNey Griner to come home from Russia. He believes, and we'll get to this article, he believes that in part, some of it's got to do with her sexuality, and also some of it's got to do with the fact that the university is a Christian university and her national anthem protest. Now, being from Texas, I know a lot of people that have went to Baylor at one time or another, and I can tell you, if I'm just being real, no, they don't agree with BRITTNey Griner's lifestyle, and they don't agree with her having protested the national anthem. And you know what? That's exactly why their parents sent them to Baylor, because they want their children to go to places that shared their same ideals and belief set. Nothing wrong with that. People have got to quit apologizing for their belief set, okay? Forget about it. If this woke professor's mad, then Baylor ought to get his ass out of there. Let me just keep it real. Too much sugarcoating. I mean, this guy is an employee, and in my opinion, he should share the same ideals as the university he works for, or go find him a university in some place like Washington State. I mean, come on, let's be honest. CBS News, Baylor University professor calls out university for not talking about BRITTNey Griner. Unbelievable. Baylor University professor is gaining attention on social media for an article he published about Baylor grad and women's basketball standout BRITTNey Griner. Carol McDaniel Hanks, professor of literature and culture, Greg Garrett, said the university should be leading the charge to raise awareness about Griner's wrongful imprisonment, but it's not happening. Okay, but once again, BRITTNey Griner admitted to said crime that she is paying the punishment for over in Russia. And again, for the 100,000th time since we started making these videos, it really doesn't matter what we think about Russia's punishments on these crimes. She didn't get arrested in the United States. She got arrested in Russia. That changes everything, and it makes all the difference in the world. Griner was one of Garrett's students, but he remembers her well. Quote, she had a habit of riding down the avenue on her longboard, and it was one of my favorite memories of Baylor, he said. He said the 6'9" Griner was hard to miss. Her physical gifts were astonishing, so everybody was aware of that. When she came to Baylor, there was a sense of destinies were colliding because Baylor had this amazing basketball team, and BRITTNey was maybe this once-in-a-lifetime talent. In 2012, Griner took Baylor to an undefeated season and the national championship. That has never been replicated, Garrett replied. For the past several months, Garrett has followed Griner's legal case. She was sentenced to 9 years in a Russian prison camp for bringing cannabis oil into a Russian airport. When she was sentenced and sent to prison this week, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that this is happening. He said he's disappointed in the lack of response from Baylor, writing his thoughts in an article for the Baptist News Global. Quote, it feels like a failure to me, and I don't want to indict any single person, but it's there from the regents all the way down except for Baylor's current head coach. He said it seems nobody seems to be speaking out for her, and that disturbs me. Literally every leftist in the country has spoke out on her behalf. We've got other Americans locked up over there right now, dude. And it's all about Brittney Griner. Griner. From everybody, including the president. And you're acting like nobody is speaking out? The NBA has spoke out. What a joke. I mean, that's an utter joke. Nobody seems to give a rat's F about those other Americans over there, but we're elevating her because she's a damn basketball player. Okay, whatever. He points out Baylor is a private Christian university and believes her national anthem protest and sexuality come into play. Okay, it's a private Christian university. And if those two things come into play, so be it. Nobody should apologize for that. I mean, come on. Baylor's head coach, Kim Mulkey, had asked her to keep it down on the down low. Don't let the world know about your sexuality. And she did not officially come out until the WNBA draft in 2013. We need to reach out and do everything we can to get her back home. We have to support her and stand up for her and let her know she is not alone and she is not forgotten. Garrett said he hopes the Biden administration can make a prisoner exchange happen soon. Baylor released the following statement to CBS 11 in response. Brittney Griner is safe. Brittney Griner is and always will be a member of the Baylor family. We remain deeply concerned for her health, safety, and well-being. Throughout her detainment, high-ranking Baylor officials have been in contact with those close to Brittney as well as appropriate elected and government officials. In addition, on several occasions, Baylor has expressed public support for Brittney on social media. So Baylor basically come back and said, look, we've done plenty and it's enough. I mean, I don't know what these people believe Baylor University can do about this. I understand she's an alumni, but how many more people can possibly bang the drum for this? You're going to have Americans that have been locked up longer than Brittney Griner that is going to get passed over for a basketball player. Again, I get it. We're a sports channel, but we also don't believe that sports stars are more important than this American and this American and this American. Plain and simple. Paul Whelan, we're not able to talk about him enough. Mark Fogel, we don't get to talk about him enough. All these stories are written about Brittney Griner. I mean, I don't know what else Baylor could possibly do as a university. Plain and simple, I don't. And why should they go out there and publicly talk about her national anthem protest and her sexuality? It's a private Christian school. I imagine in very large part, the people that are going to Baylor are patriots. No, they probably didn't appreciate her national anthem protest. I mean, some could actually come to the conclusion that if they did come out and make a bunch of statements about it, it could hurt the university, not help it. I don't know. You tell me what you think, Black and White Sports supporters. My God, Brittney Griner. I mean, how many more people can protest and come out publicly to support her while other people fall by the wayside? You tell me. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.